Hello and welcome to Just a Guy with your social educator, your LLB, the loony left bully. That's right, it's me, Mike D, Mike Duckenberg. How's everybody doing today? Well, as you can see, guys, I am back home. Which is kind of funny because the topic of our conversation today is to get those illegals to go back home. So, what a coincidence. But before we begin today, guys, I just want to say that you're looking at YouTube's fastest rising podcaster. Believe it or not, Mike Duckenberg, YouTube's fastest rising podcaster. How do I know? Because I come with facts. Yesterday I wasn't on and I had 0 subscribers. Today I'm on and I got 7. That's at least a 700% increase. I don't know of any other podcasters on YouTube that are doing a 700% increase right now. So I'll take it for at least 30 seconds that I got it. Right? Congratulations to me. In all seriousness though, guys, today we're going to be talking about the President Trump's policy on deportation, his mass deportation of the illegals, of the illegal immigrant criminals, and how upset the Socialist Communist Marxist Party really is. Are you surprised? I know I'm not. So, I know it's Friday night. You got better things to do than to listen to your LLB. You shouldn't, because we like to educate. We want you guys to go out and educate too. But I get it. It's Friday night. I'm going to make this short for y'all today. So we're going to get right into it. No sponsors today. No nothing like that. We're going to get right into it. So, as we know, and thank you, Seda. You know, it's a big accomplishment to be the fastest rising podcaster on YouTube. Right? Everybody knows one of President Trump's promises was right from day one. He is going to start deporting the illegal immigrants, the illegal criminals, all those people that came over here. I don't even want to say snuck over here. They came over here openly underneath the original border czar, Kamala Harris. And for those of you that disagree with me, March 24th, 2021, right from the stateroom at the White House. Look it up, whitehouse.gov. If you need it, I'll put the link in the comment section for you, and you can look it up yourself. I'll even highlight the areas for you to make it easy. Okay? But President Trump now has to fix what the original border czar did. And he's got quite a few people angry at him. Right? Several immigrant advocates and Democrat leaders. This is going to go to ABC News, right? Right? Another bullcrap company, right? News station. They said they spent months preparing for the prospect of another Trump presidency. So they knew that this was more than likely going to happen. So they started preparing for it months ago. And on Trump's behalf, so did he. Right? So what did he do? Almost as soon as he was elected, he starts putting his cabinet together, and he assigns his own border czar. Somebody that's not going to walk back from the title. Somebody that's going to be proud to be the border czar. Right? And Mr. Tom Homan. Now, if you guys don't know who Tom Homan is, he was the gentleman that, he has a lot of the clips that destroyed AOC. Absolutely. Not that that's difficult to take a question by Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez or whatever her name is, AOC, the walking, talking meme, right? Not that that's difficult, but he absolutely destroys her when she questions him about separating kids from their families. And he's like, I'm not sure if you're aware of this there, champ, but as a cop here in the United States, if there is let's say a father driving drunk with his kids in the vehicle, we will separate the kids from the father at that point. So we do it here in America for the children's safety. So why would we not continue to do it for the children's safety when they're an illegal immigrant coming over here. Absolutely destroyed her. He is going to be the real border czar, the proud border czar. Someone's actually going to monitor and shut down our borders, Mr. Tom Homan. Looking forward to it. Right? California Attorney General, his name is Rob Bonta. I'm gonna quote him so I don't misquote anybody or misspeak, right? There will be pain and harm inflicted by him, President Trump. It's not all avoidable, but to get our immigration communities in ways that are in violation of law, they're going to have to go through me, and we will stop them in court using legal tools given to us. So what he's going to do is he's going to step up and defend the illegal immigrants in the court of law against President Trump. I'm pretty sure that California has other issues, and we're going to go over some of them here in a minute, or in a few minutes, that they should be worried about, instead of preparing to defend criminals. President Trump's not going after the immigrants that are here legally. He's not going after the ones that came over here, did it the right way. They got a work visa, a student visa, whatever the case may be. You know, he's not going to deport everybody that's not a U.S. citizen. He's only out to deport the people that came over here illegally. As the loony left likes to call them, undocumented immigrants. Right? So, I'm just going to show up at Nancy Pelosi's house, put my Italian ass on her couch, and when she tells me to be like, nope, I'm just an undocumented renter. Can't kick me out. I'm not here legally. Same concept, right? So, Sean Rankin, president of the Democratic Attorney General Association, he stated that there are 24 Democratic state attorney generals across the United States, and they hope to present a unified front to block Trump's administration on immigration policies. So what he's doing is, Sean Rankin, who's the Democrats Attorney General Association, he's going to take all 24 attorney generals across the United States and try to get them to all go on one team and basically try to derail President Trump's deportation of illegal immigrants. That's basically what he's saying. So you know what type of a scumbag he really is. Right? Okay. They all show the colors. It's not hard. Border czar Tom Homan. He again, this dude is an animal. He don't care who he offends. He's just going to tell you exactly how it is. Right? He says, they better get the hell out of the way. These are his words exactly. Either you help us or you get the hell out of the way because ICE is going to do their job. So in other words, either get on board or get out of the way. Right? So, he's just telling them, look, ICE will be there to do what ICE is supposed to do, which is take illegal aliens, illegal immigrants, not the ones that are here legally, the illegal ones that are not supposed to be here in the first damn place, ship them back home. And then you know what? If you're allowed to come back because you just snuck over here the first time because you thought you'd get away with it, and if you have no other prior record besides that, and you apply the right way, you might actually be able to come over here, right? Again, he's not going after the people that are here legally, that did all the paperwork, that did it the right way, that came over here the right way, okay? So, but he's letting them know. Letting them know. Day one, guys, we're coming. Don't care what you think, right? Washington Attorney General, Bob Ferguson. So far, we have California, we have Washington, right? Is that it? Well, this is the state, but the state is just as liberal as D.C. So again, we go from California, the loony left, Washington, the loony left, right? So Washington Attorney General Bob Ferguson, he told reporters between 2017 and 2021, his legal team defeated 55 quote-unquote illegal actions and policies from the Trump administration. So in the time that President Trump was around as president the first time, he actually defeated 55 illegal actions. That doesn't say how many he lost. That I wasn't able to find that. I'm sure it's out there somewhere. But he defeated him 55 times. Now, this is his words again. We're going to quote him. Now, he's not a stupid man. and it's going to be shown in this quote right here as to why he's not a dumb man. It says, one of the many reasons we were successful with that litigation against Trump's administration was they were often sloppy in the way they rolled out and provided openings to us to prevail. So he's like, look, the first time around, Trump was unprepared. They were just like slinging laws out there, slinging policies out there. Some of them, in this case, 55 of them apparently, were not lawful. Or they were illegal in some way, shape, or form. So they were able to defeat him. He goes on to say, in court this time around, I anticipate that we will see less of that, and that is an important difference. So he's saying this time around, President Trump is a smart man. He learned from his past mistakes. And this time he's not just going to go ahead and roll out policies, procedures, and things like that he thinks are going to be able to be defeated in the court of law. He's going to sit down. He's going to make sure that all the I's are dotted, all the T's are crossed, everything is sealed tight. There's nothing that's going to get in and get out. So when he enacts that policy or enacts that law, it's going, not saying it can't be defeated, but it's going to be very, very, very difficult for them to defeat President Trump's deportation laws. Okay? So, again, Washington Attorney General Bob Ferguson understands this, and he's one of those that have been preparing for this for months. Okay? Before I go on to the next one, these guys have issues all over their state. California, Washington, they have issues. Lots and lots of issues. But yet their attorney generals have been spending man hours, taxpayer dollars, focusing in on in case Trump gets into office to defeat Trump policies and stick up for criminals that are here illegally. Okay, just wanted to point that out. Just want to reiterate that. I know my listeners are some of the smartest listeners out there, and I understand this, and you all are social educators. Some of the stuff that I tell you guys, you already know, but I just want to drill it back in. That way, the more you hear it, the more it comes to you, the easier it is for you to say, and then go out there and rebuttal these loony left people. Okay? Again, just reiterating that they spent all this time and money while President Biden was in office, mind you, just in case President Trump got back in office, to defeat his policies so they can stick up for admitted criminals. Okay? Remember that. This is why, when you look at the map, President Trump's red had better coverage than Verizon, right? It's also a great reason, when you look at the map, why we need the Electoral College. But that's a whole different episode, okay? So, we're going to go to, I'm going to mispronounce his name or her name, Lee Gelernt, Gelernt. Sorry if I mispronounced your name there, Lee. Deputy Director of the American Civil Liberties Union Immigrants' Right Protection Project. And Lee says, and I quote, they're going to try to use military under the Alien Enemies Act to summarily deport people, and we will try to challenge it immediately. So that goes back to the 1700s with the Alien Sedition Act. President Trump said that he is going to reenact that to get rid of the illegal aliens. Quite honestly, if you're here illegally, I don't even think you need to do that, because the word illegal to me is enough to go ahead, round you up, and deport you. So I don't understand why we need the Alien Sedition Act of 1787 or whatever year it was. Okay, we're not rounding up people that are here legally, that did all the paperwork and did what they were supposed to do to get here. He's going after the people that are here illegally, that didn't do it the right way. I don't understand why we would have to reincarnate a law from the 1700s. Seems pretty cut and dry, But the American Civil Liberties Unions on Immigrants' Rights Project says they are going to go after this immediately. Now President Trump says he's going to use the military. I think I don't think that's talk. I think that if it comes down to it, he probably will. But he understands that that is going to have to be a last resort. He's going to let ICE. He's going to let the Border Patrol. He's going to let all these organizations that are already there do their job first. And then if you get resistance, if you get fight back, if you get people like these attorney generals and these attorneys coming in here and fighting against them and physically stopping it, I think then you'll see President Trump amp it up and call in the National Guard or whatever they need to try and call out. But I think that he's going to do it the most peaceful way possible first. Okay? And no other country allows this. Why is it even still in question? Honestly, Seda, some of the socialist nations in Europe, they welcome what they call refugees. They're still illegals, right? But no, they don't allow the mass invasion that the Borders and APM Joe allowed. No, they didn't do that. That's for sure. But they did welcome open arms a bunch of terrorists into their nations over there in England and Europe, and then they wonder why their crap's getting bombed, right? So, Alina Diaz, or Das, not quite sure, it's DAS, so I'm guessing it's Das, co-director of the Immigrants' Rights Clinic at New York University School of Law. Right there, New York University School of Law. That's Irish should tell you what side of the aisle she sits on, or he sits on, A-L-I-N-A. I'm guessing Alina is a female. Don't know. We'll stop right there. Das, Mr. Das, Miss Das, Ms. Das, Zen Das, Zem Das, whatever this liberal person goes by. As litigators, we've been convening, we've been preparing, we've been trying to anticipate the unimaginable as we walk into the next 4 years. The unimaginable. We've already been through the unimaginable there, Mr. or Mrs. Das, whatever your name is, Alanis. We've already been through the unimaginable. I could never imagine a vice president allowing convicted murderers to just blatantly cross catch and release. I couldn't imagine a vice president catching and releasing and allowing illegal murderers and rapists and sexual assaultists into our nation. We've already been through the unimaginable there, Linus. What we're doing is we're correcting the unimaginable. That's what we're doing. We're not getting ready to anticipate the unimaginable. We've already been through the unimaginable. What you're anticipating is the roundup of thousands, if not millions, of criminals. That's what you're anticipating. And you don't like it. Ask the New York Attorney General or the the Manhattan District Attorney Assistant how well they like illegal immigrants now. I'm sure you saw the news the other day that that Venezuelan gang, Tel Aguada here, or I'm not good at that Spanish stuff, went out and robbed and made lewd motions towards the DA's assistant. Here illegally, they let him in. Is that what you're fighting for there, Lannis? That's what you're fighting for? And when this criminal, this monster, got caught, he's laughing and he's smirking. Why? Because he knows all he's going to do is sit in a nice, comfy American jail. Not no more. Not no more. I hope they ship his stupid all the way back to Venezuela, and don't even put him on a plane. Put him on a haystack, so he feels every bump, and bring him down the coast, and then put him in a bathtub and ship him across the Gulf. See if he makes it. It's my personal opinion. See, the latest, the ICE is a lot nicer than that would be. Now we're going to talk about California. Everybody's favorite blue state. California's Legislative Analysis Office has looked at their financial records. Okay? Their budget shortfall, they say, is just $2 billion. Okay? That's not bad, just $2 billion. Okay? Now that's supposed to swell to $20 billion by 2026 and $30 billion by 2027. So what that's doing is that's making Governor Newsom and all his genius say, you know what, we really can't commit to any new projects right now. We're already $2 billion in the hole. Next year we're going to be $20 billion in the hole. The year after that we're going to be $30 billion in the hole. So you know what, maybe we should stop some of these projects that we have and maybe focus on and turning our economy around a little bit, maybe just a little bit. Okay. The California State Assembly's Republican leader James Gallagher said that Newsom's solution to this, though, is to spend another $100 million on lawyers to fight President Trump. So instead of Governor Newsom actually coming up with ideas to maybe fix this huge deficit that they have, no, his idea is, you know what? We should take $100 million and fight President Trump's deportation policies. That's what we should do with the $100 million. How is this guy still in office? California, man, you guys got issues. I know you're turning red. We're going to talk about that. But talk about unimaginable there, Lannis. How Governor Newsom sits in that governor's seat is unimaginable. James Gallagher, the Republican leader from California, says, and I quote, "These resistance stunts cost money, and thanks to Newsom's incompetent budgeting, California doesn't have any." Now, to give you an idea of how great Governor Newsom is at the budget, you have to look no further than the borders are. Right? $1 billion raised, and you still end up $20 million in the hole. Governor Newsom, Lord help us if he ever runs for president. I want you guys to remember these numbers right now. Okay? Because these are going to be important numbers if this loony left Socialist Communist Marxist ever decides to run for president. Remember these numbers. Write them down. I'll let you. Go ahead. Go get yourself a piece of paper and a pen. Pull your phones out. Put it in the notebook. Text it to yourself. Whatever you got to do. You need to remember these numbers because this jackhole here, he will run for president. Okay? So I want you to remember these numbers when I give you this, when he says he's going to fix America. Okay? On top of all the stupid stuff he already did, before he took over as governor was Jerry Brown, also a Democrat. He passed a $201 billion budget in his final year, right, which was in 2020. By 2021, first year Newsom, he increases it by 34% to $269 billion. 2022, he's not done yet. $308 billion. Now, this is after nearly 1 million Californians had moved out of the state and shrunk their population. Yes, California is just like a separate country filled with insane people. Absolutely. In fact, when we build the wall around Mexico, they should go right up California and shut them people out too. But not yet. We'll give them a chance. Yeah, I'll talk about that in a minute there, Rick. But so it goes from $201 billion to $308 billion in just 2 years under Newsom, with a projected $30 billion deficit in the next 2 years. Okay. Now, the only reason it's not more is not because he's doing a good job, because we can see that 1 million people have left, which when you have 1 million people leave, that means your tax base gets smaller. So you only have one choice, which is raise taxes, right? Which is what we're seeing in California. We're raising taxes. The price of gas is going to go up between 50 cents and $1 a gallon next year. It's already like $30 a gallon as it is out there. That's not a real stat. I'm just exaggerating there, right? So don't fact check me there, Zuckerbitch. Okay. But they're getting lucky because the stock market is up. So when the stock market goes up, they invest in a lot of stocks. So therefore, they're making money that way. So they do get lucky there. Not because Gavin Newsom is a budgeting genius, but purely on the fact that the stock market is up. Are they making or saving any money whatsoever? Okay. Now, they have a $161 billion budget for Medi-Cal, which is like the Medicaid for Californians out there. And it's the state's taxpayers funded healthcare system, covers about 1/3 of Californians. And about half of that, so about $80 billion of that, comes from the federal government. Okay? About $5 billion of that covers illegal immigrants, illegal aliens, according to the California Department of Health and Human Services. So they got $161 billion Medi-Cal. About $5 billion of it goes towards illegal aliens. Okay? We're going to talk about a solution to that here at the very, very end. But, so you can see the insanity there in California. And Governor Newsom, the socialist, communist, Marxist he is worried about stopping the deportation of criminals. That's his worry. Okay? You got other problems there, boss. But our buddies there at Reform America, right? Carl DeMaio, radio talk show host and state assemblyman out there, leads up an organization called Reform California, and they're doing a fantastic job out there, guys. I applaud each and every one of you. Reform California, keep up the good work. I don't have enough good things to say about you guys. You guys are headed in the right direction. Just this past year, they got something called Prop 36 passed. It was dubbed on the ballot as make crime illegal again. Okay? Now, it actually got on the ballot, and it wasn't an easy thing, because you would think that when you have a proposition called make crime illegal again, that'd probably be an easy thing to get on the ballot. No, Governor Newsom and all of his buddies tried to keep that off the ballot to the best of their abilities, but Reform California, Carl DeMaio and his group went out there, did their job, got it on the ballot, and it passed by a 69 to 70% margin. So people in California are waking up. Okay. Now what does this do? It reverses something called Prop 47, which actually gave criminals more rights. Prop 36, actually the policies that used to benefit criminals instead now give police and prosecutors the tools they need to actually protect them. Okay. Felony charges are now for thefts under $950. Okay. Which would curb the increasing smash and grab robberies. All right. And I'm sure you've seen plenty of videos on those where people basically break the windows, or they run into the stores, grab a bunch of crap and run out. Right? They're not gonna prosecute them because it's a mere misdemeanor. It's gonna cost you more as a small business to go after these criminals. Now, that is a felony. You want to go in and smash and grab? You're going to jail for a while, boss. Right? And you're on camera. Smile. Right? Not only that, they're now making felony charges for possessing certain drugs like fentanyl. Before, I can't imagine that fentanyl wouldn't have been a felony before. Apparently it wasn't in California, but it is now, finally, or it will be. Okay, I'm not saying that all drugs are bad and everything like that, right? You see the marijuana is being legalized everywhere, so I'm not harping on it, but fentanyl, guys, there's no good that comes out of fentanyl. Okay, and it's like committing suicide, right? It should be a felony. All right. So way to go, Carl DeMaio. Way to go, Reform California, for doing your job. They even have more propositions coming to further get California back to normal. Okay. So I'm very, very interested to see exactly what they can accomplish there and see what they can do and actually maybe make California red. That would be amazing. It hasn't been red, I don't think, since President Reagan. Okay. It's been a while. Right. But the insanity, the stupidity is not done. It's not, right? You have the Venezuelan gangs in Colorado, right? And places like that. So we know they're all over the place, right? The Democratic Denver mayor, okay? His name is Mike Johnson. He pledges to resist President-elect Trump's proposed immigration policies. So you got Venezuelan gangs taking over entire apartment complexes, killing people, threatening to kill people, throwing people out in the streets, and then bringing in more illegals so that they can extort them. And their democratic, socialist, communist, Marxist mayor of Denver is like, no, that's cool. That's cool. I'm going to fight for these people. These are hard-working, upstanding citizens. That's who these are. These guys that, take their motorcycles and rev it in the middle of the hallway at 2 a.m. so that the people that actually live there will leave. Or these such nice people that are taking over these apartment complexes that are shooting your cars up in the parking lot so you'll leave. Or kicking in your doors and threatening you at gunpoint. Yeah, these are the guys that I'm going to stick up for as your mayor. I can't even give that guy a loony left helmet to help him. He's so far gone that even the loony left helmet, when he runs into something, it's not going to help him at all. It's not going to benefit him because there's not a brain cell left in that brain. There's not. You can't be that stupid. You can't. I mean, he is, but it's really hard to believe that the mayor of Denver is like, no, I want these guys in my town. This is the type of people that I want. I mean, come on. People of Denver, man, I thought Governor Newsom was bad. Really? Really? I mean, if you like that, if that's what you want, and that's what you want, please, let's build a wall around Denver too. Because I don't need you stupid people roaming around Texas. I really don't. Stay up there. Stay away. We don't need you. Not when you're that dumb. Right? And he also goes on, now this is just to show you how intelligent this guy is. He's like, well, it's going to invoke a Chinese type infamous Tiananmen Square incident. Saying that the residents would rise up against the federal agents. That's what he's predicting. That when ICE shows up to get rid of these Venezuelan drug lords, these Venezuelan gangsters that are kicking people out of their apartment complexes, when these illegals are coming in and destroying their cities, robbing them blind, that the people are going to be like, no, leave them. We're going to go out in the middle of the parking lot and we're going to stop you just like they did and try to do in Tiananmen Square, China. That's what this Democrat mayor believes. And if he's right, holy crap. I mean, that's just... No, definitely we need to build 2 walls around you, just like they built at the DNC. Because, remember at the DNC, the anti-Jewish, anti-Semitic, peaceful left Democrats tore down the first wall, raving that the Jews need to die and that Palestine needs free. So they had to put up a second wall so that nobody would get into the actual DNC event. That's what we need in Denver, if the people actually put down a tenement-type square rally for these illegal criminals. We'll build 2-3 walls. I don't care. Just get it done. Right? Jumping on board. Illinois. That's a surprise, right? You got Chicago, right? Illinois Democratic Governor J.B. Pritzker, I guess, whatever your name is, right? Promised to uphold sanctuary status, boldly declaring, if you come from my people, you come through me. It's fine, whatever. You're doing great for Illinois, apparently, right? Look at Chicago, okay? Los Angeles Democrat Mayor Karen Bass. It's LA. That's all you need to say. Los Angeles. You already know. You know something dumb is coming out of her mouth. And what Mayor Karen Bass has to say, especially in the face of growing threats to immigrant communities here in Los Angeles, I stand with the people of this city. So what we're saying is, if you're an illegal immigrant, I'm behind you. I got you. Don't you worry about it. Come here illegally. Come here, break the laws. Come here, kill people. Come here, sell drugs. Whatever you want, I got you. You're good. But you know what, though? She's going to have a hard time. See, the people in LA, they're waking up a little bit. Because in 2024, the Los Angeles District Attorney, George Gascon, not from Beauty and the Beast like Gaston, it's Gascon, Gascon, right? It is French because it has a little French thingy over the O, okay? So maybe he is related to Gascon. I don't know, okay? But George Gascon is a the very Democrat, very liberal. In fact, I think he got voted the most liberal district attorney in the United States there in LA. He ran against a person by the name of Nathan Hushman and lost. Now, when I say lost, I don't mean like it was close, like they had to do a recount or there was any speculation. I mean, he got his butt handed to him 61.5% to 38.5%. So this wasn't even close. They're sick and tired of you guys sticking up for the criminals. So go ahead there. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass. Might go by Kevin, I don't know. Stick up for the criminals. See what happens. Keep it up. You already saw your registered Democrat Gascon get voted almost 2-1, and Hushman's not even a Republican. Hushman's an independent. So LA's changing, guys. Reform California's making great strides out there. You're seeing California come back to somewhat of a normality. Right? It's never going to be normal, but going to be normal for California. Okay? Arizona. I actually love that state. I lived in Phoenix for about 1.5 years, 2 years. Loved it out there. And very disappointed. They got Katie Hobbs, Democratic governor out there. It's a border state, right? She said, we will not be aiding the incoming administration with its misguided plans to launch a mass deportation operation. Okay, so she's not going to go out and help President Trump and the Border Czar Tom Homan and ICE and the Border Patrol and round up all these criminals. They're not going to do that. That's not what she's there for, guys. She's not there for that. She wants these illegal immigrants, illegal criminals, all these murderers and sexual assaultists in her state, because that's going to make her state better, right? Now, you might want to think about that there, Katie, because your state went to President Trump this year. Okay? Your state went to President Trump. I'm not saying that it was by a large majority. I'm not saying that President Trump went in there and won like the independent Hodgman did in the LA district attorney's race. No. But you still lost. Which means people are more on the conservative side than they are on your illegal immigration side. So you might want to step back a little bit and reconsider it. Okay? Now, we have all these crazy, in Boston, and, if you notice, it's all the blue areas, right? Now, here's the thing, guys. I mentioned earlier that $80 billion goes towards California's Medi-Cal, okay? Which means every single state receives federal funding for their Medicaid, Medicare programs, okay? Now, if I was President Trump, I'm not. He's a smarter man than I am. But if I was President Trump, I would say that's fine. That's fine. Go ahead, keep your sanctuary cities. Go ahead, keep your sanctuary state. And I'm going to go ahead and keep that $80 billion or whatever it is that you think you're getting from your medical health and stuff. Have at it. California just went to a $100 billion deficit. $110 billion deficit. Just like that. Go ahead, keep your illegals. You can support them too. You keep the illegals, I'll keep my federal money. And you don't think that's allowed? Why do you think the drinking age is 21 years old? The drinking age in America is 21 years old because each state used to be able to say what the own drinking age used to be. Some was 16, some was 18, some was 19, some was whatever. It got put up to the federal government through some obvious interest groups that the drinking age needs to be 21. What did they do to get the drinking age to be 21 nationally? They said, you know what? That highway money that we give you to take care of the federal highways, if your drinking age is not 21, you don't get a penny of it. So this is not a technique or a tactic that has not been done dozens, if not hundreds of times in the past by the federal government. So if President Trump wants to, I would very simply say, I'd be plain, just like the Border Czar Tom Homan. I'd be plain as day. I love President Trump because he doesn't mince words. I'd just be like, you know what? Keep your illegals. I'm keeping my money. There you go. Fair trade. Done. And you explain to your people why you're billions of dollars in debt. Explain to your people why you chose criminals over citizens. Explain to your people why when they're sick and they're unhealthy and need medical care, you can't help them out. See how well that goes over. Now, there is one state, and I'm proud to say I'm in it. Texas, the great state of Texas. Texas said, you know what? Hold up, President Trump. We've got you. We understand. We see what's going on at the border. I live an hour and a half, 2 hours from the border. We see what's going on. We understand what's going on there, Mr. President. So here's what we're going to do. Texas Land Commissioner Don Buckingham wrote to President Donald Trump on Tuesday. Said, President, we're offering you 1,402 acres of land in Starr County in the Rio Grande Valley sector, which is very, very close to the southern border, for your mass deportation operation with violent criminals or those that are here illegally. Okay? So big, huge thumbs up. Don Buckingham, Texas Land Commissioner out of Starr County. Don is taking 1,402 acres, setting them aside because they own that land as a county. And is saying, Mr. President, and I'm going to say just the way she said it, I'm going to quote her, we are fully prepared to enter into an agreement with the Department of Homeland Security, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or the United States Border Patrol to allow a facility to be built for the processing, detention, and coordination of the largest deportation of violent criminals in our nation's history. Thank you, Don Buckingham. Somebody finally has some common sense. And of course, it's going to come from the greatest state in the nation, Texas. Right? Thought it ended on a good note. That's all I got for you guys today. Just wanted to let you know what the loony left, the Socialist, the Marxist, the Communists. We already know whose side they're on. They're not on your side. We already know that. That's obvious. They don't care about you. So if they cared about you at all, they'd be making better, smarter decisions. Just want to keep you guys educated. Now you guys have some fuel to go out there. Keep being the social educators you are. Keep educating those people in the middle. Again, we're not educating the loony left. We don't care. They've already gone. You can't talk to them. They don't deal in facts. They don't deal in reality. They deal with men that can prove be a woman, right? Keep up the good work, Congressman Mace. Super proud of you. Keep your fight up. If you haven't followed Congressman Mace, she's now selling T-shirts with the bill that says only biological women should be in women's restrooms. Okay? Good for you. Love it. Keeping some sanity in America. But trying to help you guys out, and you guys are doing a fantastic job. We're seeing it all across the United States. Keep being the social educators. Keep doing what you're doing. Again, we're on YouTube now. You're going to see us on YouTube. Head over to my channel, at Mike Zuckerberg, all one word. Look for just the guy, the little logo right there. That's what you look for. Like, comment, subscribe. If I get enough subscribers, we'll open up a subscription and we'll start giving away merch. We'll start giving away shirts. We'll start giving away hats, things like that. Just need to build the fan base, guys. Keep it up. You're doing fantastic. Love each and every one of you. You know I pray for you every day. Until next time, you know what I'm going to say. And if you don't, here we go. Mike Zuckerberg out.